Don't let your AC system get knocked out by the heat this upcoming summer. Call KS Services and let our team come take a look. We repair and install all makes and models. We even offer a free no-hassle quote and second opinion, so give us a call today. With our flexible financing, you can literally pick your payment. We may even be able to help you knock down that utility bill a bit.
KS Heating and Air, the team ensuring your comfort.
It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition. This is for Monday, the 8th of October. I'm James Spann. All eyes on the Gulf of Mexico and a pattern change. A lot of things on the table today. Let's start with the upper look across the country this afternoon. Very high amplitude, a deep cold trough in the west. Temperatures way below average. A lot of mountain snow there. We got the summer-like ridge in the east. And that big trough is progressive, so that's going to help move Michael along at a good rate and give us a dose of very cool air by the weekend, especially early next week. We'll have two distinct shots of cooler air coming in. There's the visible satellite view. Got a field of cumulus clouds across the southern states. And a few of those have developed into showers, mainly over the southern half of the state. Those will end once the sun goes down later this evening. Again today, unseasonably warm with 80s on the board. Birmingham at 86. But again, we'll see some big changes coming up late this week and next week as well. Around the nation, huge contrast. Got the trough in the west. Temperatures only in the 30s at mid-afternoon in parts of Wyoming and North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska. But a lot of 80s down here across the deep south. And in that zone where the air masses are colliding, we have flash flooding problems. Flash flood watches in effect from West Texas up through the Great Plains into the upper Midwest, those areas in green. I spy winter weather advisories for snow for parts of Colorado or Wyoming and some of the adjacent states. And, of course, down in this region, we have the issues with Michael. We have a hurricane watch in effect for Florida from the Alabama border down to the Suwannee River, and a tropical storm watch for the Alabama Gulf Coast and the Florida coast down to Tampa Bay. And, of course, we'll talk more about Michael in just a moment. First off, the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. Got a chance of strong storms in the zone of clashing air masses west of here. Tomorrow, that gradually shifts east. We have a chance of severe storms from San Antonio to Milwaukee. And we note a marginal risk on the Florida coast from Panama City down to Tampa Bay as Michael approaches. And on day 3, which is Wednesday, we got a marginal risk over parts of North Florida and South Georgia. There could be a few tornadoes in the spiral bands along and east of the landfall point. And that will probably be expanded a little bit on Wednesday, but we don't expect any issues for north, central, or southwest Alabama, maybe the southeastern tip of the state in terms of a tornado threat. All right, tropical fans. 2 name systems and a pretty good-looking wave out there in the eastern Atlantic. Hurricane Center giving that a medium chance of developing. Now, let's start with that new wave. If that develops, that will be gaining latitude. Most likely not an issue for North America. Leslie, the storm that will never go away. That thing might be approaching Portugal this weekend as a hurricane. But it's obviously moving away from North America. And, of course, the focus will be on Michael. Now, as I do this update, about 2:30 Central Time, the top winds are 75 miles an hour. This will probably be stronger by the time you read this. The central pressure in this thing continues to fall. It's not moving quickly. It's moving north at 7, but it should begin to pick up forward speed tomorrow. Here's the official track from the Hurricane Center. They now develop this into a major hurricane, Category 3, coming up on the Florida Gulf Coast Wednesday. We have a storm surge watch in effect from just east of Pensacola Bay down to Tampa Bay. The main surge issue, remember, will be along and east of where the thing makes landfall. The greatest concern is going to be from near Apalachicola down around the Big Bend, Cedar Key, that Big Bend area of Florida. That's where storm surge could be quite a problem. This is the expected rain with Michael. And this is coming from WPC, and the really big number is the 6 to 10 inch amounts will be through parts of the Florida Panhandle and South Georgia. Here's kind of a better look at this. You can see Dothan with perhaps 4 inches, Macon, Georgia, maybe 5, Valdosta 5 to 6. But as you work your way north and west, you get on the dry side. Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden, generally 1/2 inch or less. It's not a big impact for much of inland Alabama except for that southeastern part of the state, Dothan, Ozark, Abbeville, Geneva. That's the area that will have most of the wind and rain with this. Let's go through modeling quickly. This is the GFS, the 12Z run valid tomorrow at 1. And again, that big cold western trough is gradually moving eastward. Tomorrow will be much like today, very warm, maybe a bit more cloud cover with high cirrus clouds, highs low 80s, showers very widely scattered, and of course Michael getting closer. Now, this is Wednesday, 1 o'clock Central Time off the GFS, and understand this is not the official Hurricane Center forecast. This is raw model output. The GFS is a little bit of an outlier to the left. It brings it in toward Panama City Beach. Again, subtle differences will make a big difference in impact here. Let's go to the high-res NAM, the 3-kilometer NAM, and it's more in line with the Hurricane Center track, and it brings it in a little east of Panama City Beach. So again, that's the GFS, a little west of Panama City or near Panama City, and this is the NAM, which is a little east of Panama City. And remember, from the landfall point east, that's the big impact. So if this thing comes in east of Panama City, that certainly reduces the chance of storm surge flooding and things like that there. But certainly for Port St. Joe, Apalachicola, Indian Pass, all the way over to the Big Bend, Appalachia Bay, storm surge could be a big problem here. And Tallahassee will have a big problem, I think, with wind and rain. And again, the main impact is going to come on up through South Georgia and up to the Carolinas. Let's go to Thursday. What's left of Michael should be over South Carolina. And for Alabama, we'll see some rain up this way on Wednesday, no doubt about that. Some rain at times, statewide. But again, no flooding, no tornado problems, the heavier rain over southeast Alabama. And again, by Thursday, we'll begin to clear. Any showers Thursday morning will end fairly early in the day, and we start to turn cooler with a north wind on the backside of Michael, highs in the 70s. And then Friday, a really nice air mass settles in here. We start the day around 50. We could see 40s in the cooler pockets, the high, low to mid-70s. The GFS showing 73, a beautiful day. Here, look at the anomalies on Friday. A lot of blue and green across the continental United States. That's below average temperatures. Saturday, picture perfect. And again, for the Shrimp Festival, down in Gulf Shores, the weather's going to be great Thursday through the weekend. Just beautiful. I mean, couldn't be better. Don't let the hurricane bother you. That thing will pass well to the east of the Alabama Gulf Coast. The Alabama Gulf Coast on the good side. But Saturday up this way, sunny. We start the day in the low 50s, the high in the middle 70s. Now Sunday, a cold front approaches. Limited moisture here. We'll probably see some clouds, and that might kick off a few scattered showers Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. It's race weekend at Talladega. We'll have to watch the timing of this. This run a little faster, so that might force a few scattered showers Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, but probably not much rain. And then look at Monday. Here comes a big trough in the east and a really cool air mass. This will drop highs in the 60s with a chilly north wind, and we'll get down in the 40s, I think, Monday and Tuesday morning. In fact, Tuesday morning, we could see 30s for the colder pockets with a chance of maybe the first light frost of the season. How's that for a flip? Let's go out 10 days. This is Thursday of next week, the 18th. The flow is zonal, and again, we have a cool, dry air mass in place here. Here are the numbers coming off the GFS. Look at the drop. Mostly 70s for the weekend, lows in the 50s. And again, even the GFS is showing 49 here Saturday morning. But that deal next week, highs drop in the 60s with lows in the 40s. So cool weather fans, that's your time. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.
KS Heating and Air, the team ensuring your comfort.